We are here with Mikkelsen from Creative Edge, owner of Creative Edge, of course, with a lot of books and a lot of stuff this year that you've been doing. Tell us a little bit about Creative Edge and the stuff that you guys have been doing lately.
We're a publicity company that represents indie authors, traditional authors. We've worked with some nonprofits. Yeah. We've been in business since 2016, and within that time span, we've accomplished international media connections and a list of over 45 authors signed.
That's crazy. And it didn't begin that way. I mean, it began back in the day, or I say back in the day, but 6 months or not even, or is it a year?
3 years.
3 years.
3 years I've been going on this.
And
3 years.
But when you started out with
one author.
One author.
Miranda O, out of Winnipeg.
Wow, how was that? How did you get her?
Indie author. She's a friend of mine I work with, and she's like, can you promote this book? I'm like, sure, I'll try.
Yeah.
6 months later, she sold 800 books. Word got out, and Creative Edge was born.
Wow.
Yeah,
but it was born and it spun and it started getting a lot more recognition, and then you got some big hitters.
Yeah, we got Robert J. Sawyer,
the
biggest name in Canadian science fiction.
Yeah.
We represent New York Times bestseller Tosca Lee with her newest book, The Line Between's out. It's being auctioned for TV and all kinds of good stuff going on.
And that's the best thing, that once the authors are out there and then they're optioned for television and film and stuff like that, right?
Then it takes off.
It takes off. And this name that you came up with, Creative Edge, that came up with your daughter, right?
My daughter, my 12-year-old high-functioning autistic daughter.
Wow.
She picked out the name and helped me actually with the logo, which is 2 puzzle pieces as a semblance of the autism piece, right?
Wow.
So everything I'm doing is a tribute to her.
To her, and such an amazing thing, because the company encompasses all of that and the reasoning of why you came about and the company came about. Let's talk a little bit about what you've done this year. Obviously, you've gone to different places and a lot of authors and stuff. What were some of the highlights for you this year?
We went to the South Dakota Festival of Books, signed a few authors there. I got Tosca on the Beautiful Writers podcast out of the United States, and that broadcast has been on every American airline, every flight this year.
Wow.
So those are some of the highlights for sure, and there's more coming.
And there's more coming. I think Tosca is brilliant. I love her book.
She's so admirable. She's so smart too.
Yeah.
So marketable.
So marketable, and that's key, right?
It is.
It is. So how do you get your peeps? Like, how do you get your authors in terms of, like, where do you find them? Do they come to you? How does
Word
that
of
happen?
mouth.
Wow.
All through social media. I think in the 3 years I've been doing this, I've reached out to 4 authors in total signed. I've got over 45 clients.
Wow.
And I'm turning down authors, usually 10 a week.
Because you can't keep up, like.
Can't keep up, but it's got to be the right fit too, right?
Does,
it's got to be the right fit.
Yeah, and I think also being a publicist is different in this day and age now with internet and all that kind of stuff. A lot of people have ways of kind of publicizing or doing their own books, right?
They do.
E-books and all that kind of stuff. But it's very important to have somebody like you do something for them in terms of helping them publicize their books and get them advertising, get them all of that kind of stuff, right?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of authors are trying to do it themselves, but are they doing it the right way?
Yeah.
I'm not sure on that, because a lot of those authors who were trying to do it themselves sought me out, and now we're growing.
Look at that, and you're growing. And the one thing I find about you with every author that you have is that you have your own touch on it in terms of you're very personal, and you're with each author. Tell me a little bit about what makes you different that way.
We don't do a cookie cutter approach to marketing.
Yeah.
What I'm doing for one book, like Miranda's book, I'm not going to do that with Tosca's books. Okay. So we center our target market and our platforms to cater to the strengths of every individual author, and that's the success piece.
Yeah. Which is a good thing. And also being Canadian, it's a little different because you're battling with Americans and other publicists that are giants.
Americans, UK, Australia, you name it.
You name it, but you're surviving and you're doing great. That's huge, right?
We're growing, it's good.
And what's the ingredient here? What's the key ingredient for you that is making your business grow? And
I think it's the relationship piece. You know, when I reach out to media, I make friends with the media. I get to know the media, and I get to know what they want. Yeah. So there's times where I don't even have to send a press release out. It's just a simple email, and it's done.
And I'm a testament to that. I know, because we become friends, right?
We did become friends, and thank you for.
This is a good thing. So what's next for you? What's happening in the new year? What's going on with your stuff?
We're just going to build our profile with the authors we have now. I'm looking to hopefully sign a couple more New York Times bestsellers. We're going to focus on the releases, get some more media opportunities, and build our year out.
Yeah, and if an author is out there trying to get a hold of you and wanting to connect with you, how can they do that?
www.creative-edge.com edge.services.
Beautiful. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you and Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you too.
Absolutely.
Thanks, Mickey.